Welcome to kcheebplays, Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. Let's get started. Ludmila came home from work late. Ulyov had made a simple dinner knowing that. Not to mention his culinary skills weren't the best. She took off her shoes and hung her jacket, then went to the fridge and took out the bowl of soup and put it in the microwave. She cut off a couple slices of bread and buttered them. Ulyov came over and asked, "What was so pressing you had to stay late, love?" "Well," she said, "I've been looking at places for our honeymoon, and the internet at work is so much faster. I thought I could get more done there. And I found the perfect place." "You know I love the Black Sea," she said. "Yes," Ulyov smiled. "It's full of life. Everything you want to do can be found there. It's a perfect getaway kind of place." Sochi. Ulyov groaned just as the timer on the microwave went off. He hoped Ludmila hadn't heard him. She took her bowl and bread and sat at the table. "Did you say something, love?" she asked. No, love," Ulyov replied. "I had the Black Sea in mind as well." "Like mines," he half smiled and grimaced at the same time. Ulyov sat there as Ludmila ate and wondered how he'd gotten himself in this pickle. The morning came quickly. Ludmila and Ulyov got ready for work and made their way to the office. As they entered, Ulyov said to Ludmila, "I'll see you at lunch. I have to speak to Clarence." They kissed and went their separate ways. Clarence was at his desk working out the details of the container harbor when Ulyov walked into his office. Clarence said, "Morning, Ulyov. How are you?" "I've done it again," he said. "Done what again?" Clarence asked. "Cost myself 500 rubles in cancellation fees," Ulyov moaned. "Ludmila wants to go to Sochi. I just booked a room at Galedznik yesterday afternoon." Hi, Cheeb here. Welcome to episode 89. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to come check out my little videos of Workers and Resources. Having a lot of fun doing it and having a lot of fun interacting with you. This is going to be a little bit of a different episode. For those of you that are over on Uliki's Discord, you'll know that I had a little issue with some sound in my recordings from the original, and basically there was no voice recorded. Windows decided that my mic was no longer the default, and OBS was set up for the default, so nothing got recorded. So the difference here is going to be I'm going to give you a little rundown of what I did in this episode, and then we'll just time-lapse our way through rather than me struggling to come up with words and trying to remember exactly what I was thinking when I was doing all of this stuff in this little build session. So that said, we did get our airplane, vehicle, and train manufacturing online. We've got workers there. The DOs are set up now, distributing all of the materials to the manufacturing plants. Had a little argument with myself partway through trying to figure out how I was going to get another fuel distribution office set up, and in the end it was already set up. They were delivering fuel to the DOs supplying the manufacturing plants, so that was a bit of a humorous moment. It all worked out in the end, so that was nice. I've also started construction on the second raw bauxite pickup place for trains. It's got two tracks, so we'll be able to get more bauxite back to the mines, or not to the mines, from the mines back to our processing. So that should be hopefully ready next episode. Made some more progress on the alumina plants. The second alumina plant. It should also be up and running, and spent basically the rest of the episode doing a little bit of terraforming. Yeah, there was a little bit more terraforming, and trying to plan out the container harbor area. That was it's turning out to be a little bit more of a process than I thought it was going to be. I was trying to think of it in terms of just building it from the harbor back to the storages, back to the processing, back to the delivery, and it's really sounds easy to say and is easy to say, but laying it out isn't quite as simple and straightforward as Kaya makes it look. So, at any rate, that's what I spent a good amount of time working on, and I'm gonna have to do a little bit more work before I record the next episode, just so I can come up with a better plan. Unless, of course, you like seeing me struggle, which is probably not all that terrible a thing and can be a little bit humorous from time to time. So anyway, I'll spend a little bit of time off camera just looking at it, figuring it out, seeing what is potentially the best layout, and then finalize it in the next episode. Hopefully finalize it in the next episode, and then we can get our train lines run through, and then start planning the city, and then get back into full on construction mode. So that said, time lapse should be starting here shortly, and I'll catch up with you at the end. Cheers. right, I'm back. How was that for a time lapse? Hopefully you found that entertaining. I'll be trying to not make that a habit in the future, but it is what it is, and we'll do better next time. Anyway, it was a fun episode to put together, and I learned a lot about containers and how much effort it's going to take to get that laid out properly. So we'll get that all sorted next episode. I want to thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you and hope you have a great day. Cheers.